Imagine a Washington state quarter, maybe even in your pocket, being worth thousands. Today, we unlock the secrets of this coin and why collectors can't get enough. I'm here with you at Coins History. Coin 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting and mysterious coins in modern U.S. coin collecting, the 2006 Nevada State Quarter from a proof set. At first glance, it looks ordinary. You see the classic design featuring the wild Mustangs, symbolizing Nevada's untamed spirit, along with the rising sun and the sagebrush. It feels like just another quarter, something you might use without even thinking twice. But here's where things get interesting. Not all of these coins are created equal. The United States Mint released the Nevada State Quarter as part of the 50 State Quarters program, one of the most successful coin programs in American history. Millions of people collected these coins, but only a very small number of collectors truly understand the hidden value behind certain versions of these quarters. Especially when it comes to proof set coins, things become very serious, very rare, and very valuable. Now let's talk about what makes this specific coin so incredibly special. Proof coins are not your everyday circulating coins. They are specially made using polished dies and carefully prepared planchets. This results in a mirror-like finish with sharp, frosted details that look absolutely stunning. These coins are struck multiple times to ensure perfection. But even within proof coins, there are rare variations, minting anomalies, and ultra-high-grade examples that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts of money for. Imagine holding a coin that shines like a mirror, with every detail perfectly defined. The horses almost look alive, the background glows, and the overall appearance feels more like a piece of art than a coin. That's exactly what a high-quality Nevada 2006 proof quarter looks like. But here's the twist. Only a tiny number of these coins achieve near-perfect condition grades like PR70 Deep Cameo. And when they do, collectors go crazy. Why? Because perfection in coin collecting is extremely rare. Even the smallest flaw can reduce the value significantly. So when a coin survives in flawless condition, untouched, with perfect contrast and zero imperfections, it becomes a collector's dream. Add to that the popularity of the State Quarter series, and you have a recipe for serious money. Now you might be wondering, how does a modern coin like this reach such a high value? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, demand, and collector psychology. Many people bought proof sets back in 2006, but not everyone stored them properly. Some coins developed spots, scratches, or lost their original brilliance over time. Only a few remained in absolutely pristine condition. And those are the coins that stand out today. Another important factor is grading. Professional grading companies carefully examine these coins under magnification. They look for even the tiniest imperfections. A coin graded at the highest level becomes extremely desirable. And when collectors compete to own the best of the best, prices can skyrocket. Let's not forget the emotional side of collecting. For many collectors, it's not just about money, it's about owning something rare, something unique, something that very few people in the world can have. That emotional connection drives demand even higher. And when demand increases for a limited supply, prices explode. Picture this scenario: someone buys a proof set years ago and forgets about it. It sits quietly in a drawer, untouched, unnoticed. Years later, they rediscover it, send the coin for grading, and suddenly realize they are holding something extremely valuable. Stories like this happen more often than you think. And that's why checking your coins carefully is so important. The Nevada Quarter itself represents a powerful symbol of American heritage. The wild Mustangs reflect freedom and strength, something deeply connected to the spirit of the American West. This makes the coin even more appealing to collectors who appreciate both history and design. When beauty meets rarity, the result is always something extraordinary. Now let's talk about the market. Coin collecting has grown massively over the years, especially in the United States. More collectors are entering the market, searching for rare and valuable coins. Online auctions, collector communities, and coin shows have made it easier than ever to buy and sell coins. And whenever a rare high-grade proof coin appears, it attracts serious attention. this is exactly what happened with the 2006 Nevada State Quarter from proof sets. A few top-quality examples surfaced, and collectors quickly realized how rare they were. Bidding wars began, prices climbed, and suddenly this seemingly ordinary quarter turned into a headline-worthy collectible. So what should you do? First, never underestimate your coins. Even modern coins can hold incredible value if they meet the right conditions. Second, always store your coins properly. Keep them in protective holders, avoid touching them directly, and maintain a stable environment. Third, consider getting your coins professionally graded if you believe they might be valuable, and most importantly, always stay curious. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can be worth thousands of dollars. Now here comes the moment you've been waiting for. The value of this incredible coin, the 2006 Nevada State Quarter from a proof set, in top pristine condition, has reached an astonishing price of $9,300. That if you have coins at home, don't ignore them. Take a closer look. You might be sitting on a hidden treasure without even realizing it. And if you do find something interesting, make sure to share it, because every coin has a story worth telling. Coin 2. Imagine holding a simple 25-cent coin, something most people ignore every single day, but in reality, it could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Sounds unbelievable, right? But this is exactly the story of the 1999 Pennsylvania-Washington State Quarter, a coin that shocked collectors and turned ordinary pocket change into something extraordinary. Back in 1999, the United States Mint launched the legendary 50 State Quarters program, a historic series that changed coin collecting forever in America. Millions of people rushed to collect these quarters, making it one of the most popular coin programs in U.S. history. Among the very first coins released in this series was the Pennsylvania State Quarter, representing the state known as the Keystone State. But what many people didn't realize at that time was that some of these coins, especially those from proof sets, would one day become incredibly valuable. Now let's talk about what makes the 1999 Pennsylvania Quarter so special. At first glance, the design looks beautiful yet simple, featuring the statue of Commonwealth, an outline of the state, and the motto, Virtue, Liberty, Independence. It represents history, strength, and the foundation of the United States itself. But beneath this elegant design lies something much more important: rarity and perfection. Proof coins are not like regular coins you find in circulation. These coins are specially manufactured using polished dies and carefully prepared blanks. They are struck multiple times to create a mirror-like surface with frosted details that stand out beautifully. When you look at a proof coin, it almost feels like you're looking into a reflection. That's how sharp and clean the finish is. But here's the catch: not every proof coin remains perfect over time. Many collectors purchased proof sets in 1999, but only a very small percentage of those coins survived in flawless condition. Tiny scratches, handling marks, environmental damage, or even slight imperfections during minting can reduce a coin's grade. And in the world of coin collecting, grade is everything. The difference between a near-perfect coin and a perfect one can mean thousands of dollars. Now imagine a Pennsylvania State Quarter from 1999, preserved perfectly since the day it was minted. No scratches, no spots, no imperfections, just a flawless, deep cameo contrast shining like a mirror. Coins like this are incredibly rare. And when such a coin is graded at the highest levels by professional grading companies, it becomes a top-tier collectible that serious collectors are willing to fight for. But why does this matter so much? Because collectors are always chasing perfection. They want the best example possible, the cleanest surfaces, the sharpest details, and the most eye-catching appearance. And when only a handful of coins meet these strict standards, demand increases rapidly. This creates intense competition among collectors, especially those building high-quality collections or registry sets. The Pennsylvania Quarter also holds a special place in the series because it was part of the very first year of release. Coins from the first year always carry extra importance. They mark the beginning of something historic, something revolutionary. And that emotional and historical significance adds even more value to an already rare coin. Let's take a moment to imagine a real-life situation. Someone buys a proof set in 1999 and stores it away safely. Years pass by, and the set is forgotten. One day, they rediscover it and decide to take a closer look. They notice the coin still looks brand new, shiny, flawless, and untouched. Out of curiosity, they send it for professional grading. And then comes the surprise: the coin receives a top grade. Suddenly, that forgotten quarter is no longer just a coin, it's a valuable asset. Stories like this are what make coin collecting so exciting. It's like a treasure hunt where the prize could already be sitting in your home. All it takes is knowledge, attention, and a bit of curiosity. Another factor that plays a huge role is the growing coin market in the United States. Over the years, more people have entered the hobby, increasing demand for rare and high-grade coins. Online auctions and marketplaces have made it easier for collectors to compete globally. And whenever a rare proof coin appears in perfect condition, it attracts serious attention from buyers willing to pay premium prices. The beauty of the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter is not just in its design, but in its story. It represents the beginning of a historic coin series, the art of precision minting, and the thrill of discovering hidden value. It's a perfect example of how something small and ordinary can become something extraordinary. If you have old proof sets or state quarters at home, now is the time to check them carefully. Look for coins with strong mirror finishes, sharp details, and no visible flaws. Store them properly, avoid touching the surfaces, and consider professional grading if you believe they might be valuable. You never know, you might be holding a coin that collectors are desperately searching for, and now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value of this incredible coin. A top-condition 1999 Pennsylvania Washington State Quarter from a proof set has reached an astonishing price of $10,300, yes, a single quarter, worth thousands. So next time you see a coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Because hidden treasures are often found in the most unexpected places. Coin 3. We're uncovering the mystery behind the 2013 Perry's Victory Washington State Quarter, a coin that has surprised even experienced collectors. Back in 2013, the United States Mint released a special series known as the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This series celebrated national parks, historic landmarks, and important sites across the country. One of the most iconic releases from that year was the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial Quarter. This coin represents a powerful moment in American history, honoring the victory of Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry during the War of 1812 and symbolizing lasting peace between nations. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of history captured in metal. When you look at the design of this quarter, you immediately notice something different. The reverse side features the impressive Peace Memorial Monument, standing tall against the sky, representing unity and remembrance. It's a design that feels strong, meaningful, and deeply connected to American heritage. But beyond its beauty, there's something far more important hidden within certain versions of this coin, and that's where the real story begins. Now here's the part most people don't know. Not all 2013 Perry's Victory quarters are the same. While millions were produced for circulation, a much smaller number were struck as proof coins. These proof coins were specially made with extreme care, using polished dies and high-quality planchets to create a stunning mirror-like finish. The details are sharper, the surfaces are smoother, and the overall appearance is simply breathtaking. But even among proof coins, only a tiny percentage achieve true perfection. We're talking about coins with flawless surfaces, deep cameo contrast, and absolutely no visible imperfections. These are the coins that receive the highest possible grades from professional grading companies. And when a coin reaches that level, it becomes incredibly rare. Think about it for a moment. Out of thousands, or even millions of coins, only a handful might reach that perfect condition. That rarity creates demand. And when collectors compete for the best of the best, prices begin to rise dramatically. It's not just about owning the coin, it's about owning one of the finest examples in existence. Now imagine a collector who purchased a proof set back in 2013. Maybe they stored it carefully, maybe they forgot about it completely. Years later, they rediscover it and notice how perfect the coin still looks, shining like a mirror, with every detail crisp and untouched. They decide to send it for grading, and when the results come back, they realize they're holding something extraordinary. That moment of realization, that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. Another important factor is timing. The America the Beautiful Quarters program has gained a strong following over the years. More collectors are now paying attention to high-grade proof coins from this series. As demand continues to grow, coins like the Perry's Victory Quarter in perfect condition become even more desirable. And when supply is extremely limited, even a small increase in demand can push prices to incredible levels. Let's also talk about the emotional value behind this coin. It represents peace, victory, and a significant moment in history. Collectors are not just buying a coin, they are investing in a story, a legacy, and a symbol of something meaningful. That emotional connection adds another layer of value that goes beyond the physical coin itself. And here's something very important for you: many people still don't realize the potential value of these coins. Proof sets are often stored away, ignored, or even sold without proper inspection. This means there could still be undiscovered high-grade coins out there, waiting to be found. That's why it's so important to check your collection carefully. Look for coins with strong mirror finishes, sharp details, and no signs of damage. Avoid touching the surface directly, and always store your coins in protective holders. If you believe you have something special, consider professional grading. It might just turn an ordinary coin into something truly valuable. The coin market today is more active than ever. Collectors from across the United States and around the world are constantly searching for rare and high-quality coins. Online auctions, collector forums, and grading registries have created a competitive environment where the best coins stand out and command top prices. And when a coin like the 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter appears in perfect condition, it doesn't go unnoticed. That's what makes this coin truly special. It's the combination of history, design, rarity, and condition. It's the journey from being a simple 25-cent coin to becoming a prized collectible worth thousands. And most importantly, it's the possibility that you might already own one without even knowing it. Now comes the most exciting part: the value. A top-condition 2013 Perry's Victory Washington Quarter from a proof set, graded at the highest level, has reached an incredible value of $7,300, yes, a single quarter, worth more than most people would ever imagine. So the next time you come across a coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look, examine the details, and appreciate what it might truly be. Because sometimes, the smallest hold the biggest surprises. Coin 4. What if I told you that a single quarter, something most people wouldn't even bother picking up from the ground, could actually be worth thousands of dollars? It sounds unbelievable, almost like a myth. But in the world of coin collecting, stories like this are very real. And today, we are about to uncover one of those shocking hidden treasures, the 2004 Washington State Quarter that collectors are calling one of the most surprising high-value coins from modern U.S. history. Now here's the twist: when people hear 2004 State Quarter, they usually think of common coins like Texas, Florida, Iowa, or Wisconsin. Millions of these were made, and most are only worth their face value. But what many people don't realize is that certain proof versions of these coins, especially those with exceptional quality, can reach unbelievable prices. And this is where things start to get very interesting. Back in 2004, the United States Mint was in full swing with the 50 State Quarters program. This program had already captured the attention of millions of Americans. Families, collectors, and even casual hobbyists were saving these coins, hoping one day they might become valuable. Proof sets were especially popular because they contained specially made coins with stunning mirror-like finishes. Proof coins are very different from the coins you find in your pocket. They are carefully crafted using polished dies and specially prepared blanks. Each coin is struck multiple times to bring out the finest details. The result is a coin that looks almost perfect, shiny, sharp, and incredibly beautiful. But here's the important part: not all proof coins remain perfect. Over time, even the smallest imperfection can make a huge difference. A tiny scratch, a fingerprint, a slight haze, these things can reduce a coin's grade significantly. And in the coin world, grading is everything. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Only a very small number of coins achieve that perfect, flawless condition that collectors are willing to pay big money for. Now imagine a 2004 Washington State quarter from a proof set, preserved in absolutely perfect condition. No marks, no scratches, no flaws, just a deep, mirror-like surface with frosted details that stand out beautifully. Coins like this are incredibly rare. And when they are graded at the highest level, they become some of the most desirable pieces in the market. But why would someone pay thousands of dollars for a quarter? The answer lies in rarity and demand. There are many coins out there, but very few in perfect condition. Collectors are always searching for the best of the best, the finest examples that they can add to their collections. And when multiple collectors want the same rare coin, the price naturally increases. Another important factor is the growing popularity of coin collecting in the United States. Over the years, more people have entered the hobby, and competition for high-quality coins has become stronger than ever. Online auctions have made it easier for collectors to bid against each other, sometimes pushing prices far beyond expectations. Let's take a moment to imagine something. Someone buys a proof set in 2004 and stores it away safely. Maybe they forget about it, maybe they don't realize its potential. Years later, they rediscover it and decide to take a closer look. The coin still shines like new, untouched and flawless. They send it for grading, and suddenly, they realize they are holding something extremely valuable. That moment of surprise, that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. There's also a psychological factor involved. Collectors love perfection. They want coins that stand out, coins that look better than all the rest. When a coin reaches that top level of quality, it becomes more than just currency, it becomes a prized collectible, something rare and special. The 2004 State Quarter Series itself holds an important place in American history. It represents different states, cultures, and stories, all captured in small pieces of metal. And when you combine that historical significance with rarity and condition, you get a coin that can truly stand out in the market. Now here's something very important for you. Many people still have proof sets sitting at home. They might be in drawers, boxes, or storage cases, completely forgotten. These sets could contain coins that are worth far more than their face value. But unless you take the time to check them carefully, you might never know. So what should you do? Start by examining your coins closely. Look for strong mirror finishes, sharp details, and clean surfaces. Avoid touching the coins directly, as fingerprints can damage them. Store them in protective holders to maintain their condition. And if you believe you have a high-quality coin, consider sending it for professional grading, because here's the truth, hidden treasures are real. And sometimes, they are closer than you think. Now comes the moment you've been waiting for. The value of this incredible coin, a 2004 Washington State quarter from a proof set, in top flawless condition, has reached an astonishing price of $9,600, yes, a simple quarter, worth thousands. So the next time you see a coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Because you never know, that small piece of metal could change everything. Coin 5. We're uncovering the fascinating story of the 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway Washington quarter, a coin that has quietly turned into a hidden treasure for sharp-eyed collectors. At first glance, the 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway quarter looks like a beautiful but common coin. It features a scenic design of a winding road through the mountains, capturing the natural beauty of one of America's most famous parkways. The image shows a peaceful drive, with trees lining the road and the horizon stretching into the distance. It's calm, it's artistic, and it feels like a snapshot of American nature. But behind this peaceful design lies something far more exciting, a rare opportunity that many people completely overlook. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that celebrates national parks and historic sites across the United States. Millions of these quarters were produced, and many people collected them casually. But here's the secret, not all of these coins are equal. Some versions, especially those from proof sets, are on a completely different level. Proof coins are specially made with incredible precision. They are not designed for everyday use. Instead, they are created for collectors, using polished dies and carefully prepared blanks. Each coin is struck multiple times to produce a mirror-like surface and sharp, frosted details. When you hold a proof coin, it feels more like a piece of art than a simple coin, but even among proof coins, perfection is extremely rare. Most coins, even proof ones, have tiny imperfections. These can be microscopic scratches, small spots, or slight variations in the finish. And in coin collecting, even the smallest flaw can make a big difference. That's why coins that achieve perfect or near-perfect condition are so valuable. Now imagine a 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway quarter from a proof set, preserved in flawless condition. The surface shines like glass, the details are razor-sharp, and there are no visible imperfections at all. Coins like this are incredibly hard to find. And when they are graded at the highest level by professional grading companies, they become highly desirable among collectors. Collectors are always searching for the best of the best. They want coins that stand out, coins that look perfect in every way. And when only a small number of coins meet these strict standards, demand increases rapidly. This creates intense competition, especially in auctions where collectors are willing to pay premium prices to secure a top-quality piece. The Blue Ridge Parkway design itself adds even more appeal. It represents one of the most scenic routes in the United States, known for its breathtaking views and peaceful landscapes. This emotional connection makes the coin even more attractive to collectors who appreciate both beauty and history. It's not just about owning a coin, it's about owning a piece of American heritage. Let's think about a real-life scenario. Someone buys a proof set in 2015 and stores it carefully, maybe in a drawer or a collection box. Over time, they forget about it. Years later, they rediscover it and notice how perfect the coin still looks. Out of curiosity, they send it for grading. When the results come back, they are shocked. The coin has received a top grade. Suddenly, what seemed like a simple quarter becomes something incredibly valuable. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. It's like a treasure hunt where the reward might already be in your possession. All it takes is awareness and attention to detail. Another important factor is the growing demand in the coin market. More collectors are entering the hobby every year, especially in the United States. Online platforms have made it easier for people to buy, sell, and compete for rare coins. When a high-grade proof coin appears, it can quickly attract attention and drive prices higher. And here's something very important: many people still don't check their proof sets properly. They assume all modern coins are common and not worth much. But that's not always true. Hidden among these coins could be rare, high-grade examples that collectors are willing to pay thousands for. So what should you do? Start by checking your collection carefully. Look for coins with strong mirror finishes, sharp details, and no visible damage. Avoid touching the surface directly, as even fingerprints can reduce value. Store your coins in protective cases to keep them safe. And if you believe you have something special, consider professional grading, because the truth is simple: opportunities like this don't come often. But when they do, they can be life-changing. Now comes the most exciting part. The value of this incredible coin, the 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway Washington quarter from a proof set, in perfect top condition, has reached an astonishing price of $7,800. Yes, a single quarter, worth thousands. So the next time you see a coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look, examine the details, and think twice before spending it. Because you never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure in your hands. Coin 6. What if I told you that a quiet, nature-themed quarter, one that most people would barely notice, could actually be worth thousands of dollars? It sounds unbelievable, almost impossible, but in the world of coin collecting, hidden treasures like this exist more often than you think. And today, we are diving into the incredible story of the 2015 Bombay Hook Washington quarter, a coin that has turned from a simple collectible into a high-value prize that collectors are chasing like crazy. At first glance, the 2015 Bombay Hook quarter looks calm and ordinary. The design features a beautiful scene of a great blue heron standing peacefully in the wetlands, surrounded by tall grasses and water. It represents the Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge in Delaware, a place known for its natural beauty and rich wildlife. The design feels peaceful, almost silent, but behind this calm appearance lies a powerful secret that most people completely miss. this coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that highlights national parks and historic locations across the United States. Millions of these quarters were produced, and many people collected them casually without realizing their future potential. But here's where things take a dramatic turn. Not all of these coins are equal, especially when we talk about proof set versions. Proof coins are not your everyday coins. They are specially created using polished dies and carefully prepared blanks, resulting in a stunning mirror-like surface with frosted details. Every line, every curve, every design element appears sharper and more defined. When you hold a proof coin, it feels premium, like a collector's masterpiece rather than simple currency. But here's the catch: even proof coins are not always perfect. Tiny imperfections can appear during the minting process or over time due to handling and storage. And in coin collecting, perfection is everything. A coin that looks flawless to the naked eye might still fall short under magnification. Only a very small number of coins achieve that perfect, top-tier condition that collectors are willing to pay serious money for. Now imagine a 2015 Bombay Hook quarter from a proof set, preserved in absolutely flawless condition. The surface shines like a mirror, the heron's details are crystal clear, and there are no scratches, no spots, no imperfections at all. Coins like this are extremely rare. And when they are graded at the highest levels by professional grading services, they become some of the most desirable coins in the market. Collectors are always competing for perfection. They want coins that stand out, coins that look better than every other example available. And when only a handful of coins meet those strict standards, the demand increases rapidly. This creates intense competition, especially in auctions where serious collectors are ready to pay premium prices. The design of the Bombay Hook quarter also adds emotional value. Nature-themed coins have a special place in many collections. The peaceful image of the heron, the connection to wildlife, and the representation of conservation all make this coin more meaningful. It's not just about rarity, it's about the story and beauty behind the coin. Now let's imagine a real-life situation. Someone buys a proof set in 2015 and stores it safely, maybe in a box or a drawer. Years go by, and they forget about it. One day, they rediscover it and notice how stunning the coin still looks. Curious, they decide to have it graded. And then comes the surprise: the coin receives a near-perfect or perfect grade. Suddenly, that simple quarter becomes a valuable asset worth thousands of dollars. This is the magic of coin collecting. It's not just about buying coins, it's about discovering hidden value. It's about realizing that something small and ordinary can actually be something rare and extraordinary. Another important factor is the growing popularity of coin collecting in the United States. More people are entering the hobby every year, and the demand for high-quality coins is increasing. Online auctions have made it easier for collectors to compete with each other, pushing prices higher and higher. And when a rare, high-grade proof coin like the Bombay Hook quarter appears, it attracts immediate attention. Here's something you need to understand: many people still underestimate modern coins. They assume that only old coins are valuable. But that's not true. Modern coins, especially proof coins in perfect condition, can be extremely valuable. And the best part is, they are still out there, waiting to be discovered. So what should you do? Start by checking your coins carefully. Look for proof coins with strong mirror finishes, sharp details, and no visible flaws. Handle them with care, avoid touching the surfaces, and store them properly. If you think you have something special, consider sending it for professional grading. It could make a huge difference, because the truth is simple: opportunities like this are rare, but they are real. And sometimes, they are closer than you think. Now comes the moment you've been waiting for. The value of this incredible coin, the 2015 Bombay Hook Washington quarter from a proof set, in top flawless condition, has reached an astonishing price of $7,500, yes, a single quarter, worth thousands. So the next time you see a coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look, examine every detail, and think twice before spending it. Because hidden treasures don't always look extraordinary at first glance. Coin 7. It sounds shocking, almost unbelievable, but this is exactly how the world of coin collecting works. Hidden among ordinary coins are rare treasures that only a few people recognize. And today, we are uncovering the incredible story of the 2007 Nebraska-Washington State Quarter, a coin that has quietly become a dream target for collectors across the United States. At first glance, the Nebraska Quarter looks like a beautiful but ordinary coin. The design shows a covered wagon traveling across the plains, with Chimney Rock rising in the background. It represents the historic journey of pioneers moving westward, symbolizing courage, exploration, and the spirit of America. It's a design filled with history and meaning, but what most people don't realize is that certain versions of this coin hold a completely different level of value. Back in 2007, the United States Mint was continuing the highly successful 50-state quarters program. By this time, millions of people were already collecting these coins. Proof sets were especially popular because they offered coins in their most beautiful form, perfectly struck, highly detailed, and preserved for collectors. But even among these proof coins, only a small number would go on to become truly valuable. Proof coins are made with extreme precision. They are struck using polished dies and specially prepared blanks, creating a mirror-like surface and frosted design elements that stand out beautifully. When you look at a proof coin, it almost feels like a reflection. That's how clean and sharp the finish is. But here's the reality, not every proof coin stays perfect. Over time, even the smallest imperfection can reduce a coin's grade. Tiny scratches, handling marks, or environmental effects can all impact the final condition. And in coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that looks perfect can be worth a fortune, while a slightly imperfect one might only be worth a fraction of that value. Now imagine a 2007 Nebraska State Quarter from a proof set that has been preserved in flawless condition. No scratches, no spots, no damage, just a perfect mirror finish with crisp, detailed design. Coins like this are extremely rare. And when they are graded at the highest levels by professional grading companies, they become highly desirable among serious collectors. Collectors are always searching for perfection. They want coins that stand out, coins that represent the very best quality possible. And when only a limited number of coins meet those strict standards, demand increases rapidly. This leads to strong competition, especially in auctions where collectors are willing to pay premium prices for top-grade coins. The Nebraska Quarter also carries strong historical appeal. The image of the covered wagon and Chimney Rock connects directly to the westward expansion of the United States. It tells a story of adventure, determination, and history. This emotional connection makes the coin even more attractive to collectors, adding another layer of value beyond just its condition. Now let's imagine something exciting. Someone purchases a proof set in 2007 and stores it safely, maybe in a box or a drawer. Years pass, and the set is forgotten. One day, they rediscover it and notice how perfect the coin still looks. Curious, they decide to send it for grading. When the results come back, they are shocked. The coin receives a top-tier grade. Suddenly, that simple quarter becomes something incredibly valuable. This is what makes coin collecting so fascinating. It's not just about collecting, it's about discovering hidden potential. It's about realizing that something small and ordinary can turn into something extraordinary. Another major factor is the growing coin market. More collectors are entering the hobby every year, especially in the United States. Online platforms have made it easier than ever to buy, sell, and compete for rare coins. When a high-grade proof coin appears, it can attract a lot of attention and drive prices higher very quickly. And here's something very important, many people still don't check their proof sets carefully. They assume modern coins are not valuable. But that's not true. Hidden among these coins could be rare, high-grade examples that collectors are actively searching for. So what should you do? Start by examining your coins closely. Look for strong mirror finishes, sharp details, and clean surfaces. Avoid touching the coins directly, as fingerprints can reduce their value. Store them in protective holders to maintain their condition. And if you believe you have a special coin, consider professional grading, because the truth is simple, hidden treasures are real. And sometimes, they are sitting right in your home, waiting to be discovered. Now comes the moment you've been waiting for. The value of this incredible coin. the 2007 Nebraska-Washington State quarter from a proof set, in perfect top condition, has reached an astonishing price of $9,100, yes, a single quarter, worth thousands. So the next time you see a coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look, check the details, and think twice before spending it. Because you never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure in your hands.